Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. What up, y'all? This is Baba Bomani broadcasting to you live from Baba Bomani's Beatbox Basement. Which way should I go? Should I turn the camera? Should I turn me? I'll turn the camera some. Good to see everybody. This is something new that I'm trying. I do something every day, weekdays, Monday through Thursday, called the morning announcements. And I've been doing it for almost exactly a year. If you go back to my YouTube or Facebook page, you can see previous episodes of what I have done. I am trying to completely uh I'm trying to work on perfecting this as an art form, being able to broadcast. And I was doing it live at 7:30 for like 2 or 3 months. And then because I'm a dad with a bunch of kids, I had to move it to 6:30 so I can get things done. And then I decided it might be best to pre-record because I don't know what my schedule is going to be like during the week. So I've decided to pre-record, and now I'm going to live tape my pre-recordings. So if you're tuned into this on YouTube or Facebook, feel free to interact. What you see today is me filming the episodes for Monday, July 31st, Tuesday, August 1st, Wednesday, August 2nd, and Thursday, August 3rd. All right. I already have the program completely written out. As you see on our flyer, I know the four people we are giving libations for: Mama Robinson, Baba Baldwin, Baba Mays, Mama Cooper. We're going to make sure they get their props today. I'm also going to be recognizing the Independence Day of several countries the uh, throughout the week. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I got my anthems ready to go and my flags. I'm glad I saw that before I started my recordings. And so you're going to see me doing my thing, recording my show. You're going to see a little bit of how the sausage is made, as they say. Um, I hope this is a smooth episode. It really doesn't matter because I'm just going to do it again in a few weeks. I'm taking a 2-week break from the morning announcements after recording these 4 episodes today, and we're going to come back. I'm going to record on the 21st and have episodes hopefully going all the way through the fall. I'll probably take another break here or there somewhere, but the plan right now is to do this all the way after I take this break, is to do this all the way through the fall. All right, let me make sure I have the information for the country I wanted to honor today. Yes, Burkina Faso. I did it. Let's see if I can open both of those at the same time. Boom. Boom. Good job. Let me make sure I can go back here. Just making sure I have everything set up and ready to go. I have big plans for this show eventually. This is just filling in a space that I feel is necessary. I've been doing this in starts and stops for about 10 years. I'm old school YouTube viral. I'm Mr. Read a Book. So I've been on here doing stuff here for a minute. But I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want my voice to be in this ecosystem. I want to respond to a whole bunch of things happening in the media, but I would rather be the spearhead, the tip of the spear, the point on my own things that I want to happen. And one of those things is just giving some positivity to my Black community, to the community in general. I'm going to be doing interviews on here and my Patreon page that involve anybody who's a teacher or an artist. I have something called the Educators and Artists Talk. And so no matter your ethnicity, I'm going to have people on here who are also part of my artist and educator tribe. But on my morning show, I really want to concentrate on highlighting the beauty of Blackness. and getting people off to a good morning start where they know something about their ancestors, where they know something about geography and history, and where they're challenged and where they're given some tips on how to be a better teacher, how to be a better parent. And that's what I'm hoping each of these episodes do every morning. I'm also trying to get better at doing my sales pitch as far as just getting people to come to my websites, purchase the t-shirts, download the albums, know where to book me, all that good stuff. I'm using this medium for those purposes. But more than anything, and I wrote up something. I'm probably going to read it as part of the episode, but let me read this to really just let y'all know what I got going on. This reminds me of who I was in the fourth grade. We used to have a closed circuit TV at my elementary school, and I did the sports report. I think Mr. Esposito was one of the vice principals, and he was in charge of the AV club. My community at this point is my school. Sometimes I'm the student, sometimes I'm the teacher, sometimes I'm the administrator, sometimes I'm the building manager. But I like to approach my life as if I'm in a constant learning environment because, that's what I do. I'm Baba Bomani. Um, and so I really want to use this format to highlight the organizations and the people who facilitate education and art, to give people a sense of history and context with the libations and the independence days throughout the African diaspora. And in the future, I hope to dive deeper into the topics you see me address. A great way to help me do this is by joining me on Patreon. So today is the first day I'm doing all 4 episodes. And from now on, I'm not going to be broadcasting this part on YouTube and Facebook. That's all going to be broadcast on Patreon for my hardcore fans. So y'all can chat, give me feedback during the show. I'm probably going to bring on guests during the show when I start doing it live on Patreon on a regular basis on Sunday. I'm excited. I got my food prepped after I finish this. I'm making dinner for my family. I already got everything chopped up and on the counter waiting for me. So I got my 2 hours of broadcasting, and I'm gonna get to that. So I'm gonna get ready and get started with this first episode. For each episode, you're gonna see me go dark. I'm gonna bring up the header for that episode, and then I'm gonna start like it's that day. This day is going to be Monday, July 31st. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Here we go. Good morning. This is the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on July 31st, 2023. We are pouring libations for Amelia, Isadora, Platts, Boynton, Robinson. We are recognizing the Independence Day for the Popular Democratic Republic of Burkina Faso. And I'm talking to you more about the ABCs of rap, including the ZYX. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's get started.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audio visual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
Alright, let's do the mic. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Welcome to the morning announcements. My name is Bomani Armah. Today is Monday, July 31st, 2023. We are 5 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Friends, let's start with today's libation. Today's libation is for Amelia, Isadora, Platts, Boynton, Robinson. That is Amelia Boynton Robinson. August 18th, 1911 to August 26, 2015, an American activist who was a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement in Selma, Alabama, and a key figure in the 1965 Selma to Montgomery marches. In 1984, she became founding vice president of the Schiller Institute. She was awarded the Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom Medal in 1990. Platts taught in Georgia before starting with the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Selma as the home demonstration agent for Dallas County. She educated the county's largely rural population about food production, processing, nutrition, healthcare, and other subjects related to agriculture and homemaking. Robinson was a centenarian reaching the age of 104 years old. Let's read this quote from Amelia Boynton Robinson. "Get off of my shoulders. The foundation has been laid. Now it's time for you to build on it and get to work." Amelia Boynton Robinson. Let me read that again. "Get off my shoulders. The foundation has been laid. Now it's time for you to build on it and get to work." Amelia Boynton Robinson. Amelia carried a lot in her century of life. She carried the oppression of the previous generation and the hopes and dreams of the next generation. We are standing firmly on the shoulders of the warrior women who took the streets to end racial segregation in this country. She taught, she strategized, she marched. Her challenge in this statement is for us to carry out our part in this plan. It is important that you let your descendants know that while our potential is infinite, our time is finite, that they are going to have to take the reins one day, if they are ready or not. It is also why we have to train the next generation to make sure they are building up their legs and developing their shoulders to carry the weight of the world. I hear this challenge, Mama Robinson. Thank you very much. Let's pour a libation for Amelia Boynton Robinson. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Miss Amelia Robinson. Thank you very much for tuning in for that. I really appreciate that. As I said at the beginning, we are now 5 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. Watermelon Day is going to be Saturday, August 5th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green. There will be family-friendly performances. This is all happening at Sankofa Video and Books at 2714 Georgia Avenue. Free performances, free watermelon, and make sure that you also plant a seed into this wonderful event by getting your copy of the Watermelon Day t-shirt designed by Zudeka and James Terrell. For 15 years, we have been celebrating Watermelon Day in Northwest Washington, D.C., first at Bloom Bars, now at Sankofa Video and Books. If you want to be a part of helping us pull this off, get your Watermelon Day t-shirt, your Watermelon Day 2023. Go to notarapper.com for more information, or find more information in the link in the description of this video. All right, friends. So earlier this morning, we poured our libation for Miss Robinson. Now I want to play a bit of an interview that I found with her. This lady marched in Selma and lived to be 104. It's actually quite amazing thinking of all the things she accomplished. Friends, this is Amelia Boynton Robinson.
How did the Selma March idea come about?
It started when I was arrested coming out of the courthouse. And I said you had to have 3 white men to vouch for you. Well, I happened to be a registered voter. I was a registered voter when I was 21 years of age. You had to be 21 at that time. And I was coming out of the courthouse at noon, and Jim Clark told me to get in the line. Now, when African American adults decided that they were going to try to register was when they lost their jobs after they attended the memorial of my husband, and they lost their jobs. And this was one of the times that they went to the courthouse and decided that they were going to march and demonstrate and get the right to vote. Their children were out there doing it, and they were not of an age that they could register. So if they can get out there and work for me to become a citizen, I'm going to get in the line, and I'm going to fight to register. And when I got out, and Dr. King was across the street, he was on the federal property, and he saw when Jim Clark caught me and told me to get in the line, and I told him I was going to my office. He grabbed me in the back, propelled me around, shoved me half a block, and threw me in the paddy wagon. God carted me off to jail. These people said as I passed them, "Going to jail, Mrs. Boynton. You will not be there by yourself. We'll be there with you." Dr. King and the group and his staff went back to the house and said, "We've got to do something. I don't know what is the best thing to do, but we're going to have to do something." Then 2 or 3 days after that, nights after that, Jimmy Lee Jackson was killed not too far from Selma in Marion, Alabama, when he attended a meeting. And this state trooper made an attempt to harm his mother, and he tried to protect his mother, and they shot him in the back. And Dr. King said, "We are going to march to Montgomery, and we are going to see George Wallace and let him know that he has to protect the citizens of Alabama." And that's when the idea came to march to Montgomery.
Friends, that was Mama Robinson talking about what inspired the marches in Alabama. The violence was real, the fear was real, but she stood up to it directly. And for that, we are forever grateful to that mama for making that happen. So thank you very much. All right, friends. So we're going to keep this moving. Next, I want to make sure that I recognize the Independence Day that is happening today. Oh, did I not have that? Let me see if I can find this video. Sometimes I don't have everything connected the way I thought I should. We're going to do the national anthem of Burkina Faso today. Burkina Faso is celebrating their Independence Day. Let me see. Let me get this set up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the national anthem of Burkina Faso as played by Elsie Honey. First, hold on. Let me bring up their flag. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I'm going to celebrate the Independence Day of Burkina Faso by first playing this video by Elsie Honey. She has an incredible website where she plays the national anthem of every country in the world. It is actually a really cool project that she has here. Let me see if I can make it so it comes up pretty clearly. I guess that'll work. Here we go. Friends, here is Elsie Honey. Friends, that was Elsie Honey playing the national anthem of Burkina Faso. Thank you very much. So now, as I've been doing every day when I've recognized one of these countries' Independence Day, I'm going to read the lyrics to their national anthem. Their national anthem is called Ditanye, and it is written by their first president, Thomas Sankara, who was also a jazz guitar player. I did not know that. This is why I do this, so I can learn interesting facts like this. Let me read from Le Ditanye. And one single night has drawn together the history of an entire people. And one single night has launched its triumphal march towards the horizon of good fortune. One single night has brought together our people with all the peoples of the world in the acquisition of liberty and progress. Motherland or death, we shall conquer. Nourished in the lively source of the revolution, the volunteers for liberty and peace, with their nocturnal and beneficial energies of the 4th of August, had not only hand arms, but also and above all the flame in their hearts, lawful to free Faso forever from the fetters of those who, here and there, were polluting the sacred soul of independence and sovereignty. And seated henceforth in rediscovered dignity, love and honor partnered with humanity, the people of Burkina sing a victory hymn to the glory of the work and liberation and emancipation. Down with the exploitation of man by man, forward for the good of every man, by all men of today and tomorrow, by every man here and always. Popular revolution, our nourishing sap, undying motherhood of progress in the face of man, eternal hearth of agreed democracy, where at last national identity has the right of freedom, where justice has lost its place forever, and where the hands of builders of a glorious world everywhere the harvest of patriotic vows ripen, sons of boundless joy shine. That, friends, is the national anthem written by Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso. Thank y'all very much for joining me for that. As you see in the background, I'll always like displaying the RBG flag. If you are interested, get your watermelon Pan-African flag at my website, notarapper.com. For centuries, our ancestors in Africa and America have perfected the art of growing watermelon. We are determined to be proud of our accomplishments as a people. I am driven to make sure we feel comfortable in our own skin. The Pan-African flag was created in 1920 to represent the people of the African diaspora and to symbolize Black liberation in the United States. According to the UNIA, the red is for the blood that unites all people of Black ancestry and was shed for liberation. The Black represents the people whose existence as a nation, though not a nation state, is affirmed by the existence of the flag, and the green stripe represents the land and the abundant natural wealth of Africa. Definitely make sure you support this Watermelon Day, Watermelon Man movement by getting your watermelon flag apparel. Go to notarapper.com for more information. All right, friends. So we've honored the ancestors, we've prepared the descendants. I think we've loved right now with talking about the Independence Day. I'm gonna give you a little information about what I do as a teaching artist. Let me give you a little bit of information about the ABCs of hip hop. I'm gonna be talking about this today and tomorrow. It's a program that I do with young people. I have assemblies, I have workshops. Go to Baba Got Bars to find out more information. One of the main things that I make sure my students understand are the 4 elements of hip hop. That is DJing, breaking, emceeing, and graffiti. All right. I also make sure my students learn using the 3 R's of education. For me, the 3 R's of education are rhythm, rhyme, and repetition. Rhythm, rhyme, and repetition are why things get stuck in your head, and that's why I love using those as a teaching tool. All right. Let's keep this going. Now, I also want to be famous for this quote one day. That's my definition of rapping. Rapping is the art and engineering of language divided by math. As you will see over the next couple of days, all those words you see highlighted, art, engineering, language, and math, are all highlighted and explained and exposed in my workshop, the ABCs of hip hop. All right. Now, friends, I need to make sure everybody understands what a bar is. A bar is a segment of time corresponding to a specific specific number of beats. And to make sure they do, I make sure my students do this song called the count to 4. To count one bar, just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want some more. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. Now, I got to make sure y'all understand this. So, friends, I'm about to hit y'all with the count to 4.
Just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want to know. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To keep the gal going is what you do. Put up your next finger, let's say in peace to you. But that's something you already knew. When the beat comes around, hit the 1 and the 2. Like 1, 2, say that with me. 1, 2, say that with me. 1, 2, yeah, you got it. 1, 2, let's go.
To count one bar, just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want some more. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. To count one bar, just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want some more. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To show you how easy this can be, the ring finger is the next that you see.
Yeah, that was my song called The Count to 4. In that song, I make sure my students know how to count bars. Now, I'll tell you the other reason I made that song. One of the main reasons I made that song is because as a hip hop artist, one of my goals is to sample James Brown. But I can't afford to sample James Brown. So I made my own fake James Brown song and was able to sample myself. I used these samples that I created in order to create a list of songs, a series of songs called Hip Hop Party. All right. Now, as a matter of fact, I need to make sure y'all understand what's going on with this hip hop party. So I'm going to bring this up for you. Let me turn the volume down. And I'm just going to fast forward through this. So I wrote this essay about each of the 4 elements of hip hop. And then it's all videotaped. I can show it to teachers. I use it in my professional development. But I took this paragraph and I turned this paragraph into a rhyme by finding the rhyme words, by coming up with keywords. I'm fast forwarding through the whole process for y'all. This is a whole thing that you can find out more information about by going to my website, babagotbars.com, booking me for professional development, or having your kid enroll for the Frederick Douglass Writing Club. I'm going to be giving more information about that as well. But that was really important for me to be able to break down all the elements of hip hop into a rhyme and then showing my class how I did that. And so I'm going to give you my example of turning that paragraph about breaking into a rhyme. As a matter of fact, though, before I do it, I want to share one other thing. I want to show you the websites of the organizations that help sponsor me. One of them, the one that gave me the grant to make this music video, is Young Audiences for Learning of New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Find more information in the links and the description about this organization. If you want to book me in New Jersey, this is who you hit up. If you want to book me in Pennsylvania, if you want to donate to an organization that's doing powerful stuff using art integration, do that as well. Go here. And then the other organization I want to make sure you know more about is the other organization whose events are highlighted in the video, and that is Words, Beats, and Life. I've been working with them for over 25 years. This organization takes the community very seriously. You should donate to them as well. You should be involved in. They've got a whole bunch of 50th anniversary of hip hop stuff coming up, so you want to make sure you support that as well. But now that I've told you who the people are who put this together, now I want you to see the video. This is the video for the breaking aspect of hip hop that I did, called the Hip Hop Party Breaking. Here we go.
Hit me. Bomani. One young more time. Audiences, teaching artists. Keep it going, y'all. Yeah. I love it when it's funky, y'all. Yeah. It goes. Take me to the break. HIP, HOP. I got a DJ and a MC. Plus a breaker, so we got all 3 that we need for this hip hop party. I said HIP, HOP. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party.
To understand the dances and the style they were portraying, you must understand the DJs and the music they were playing. The hottest funk records were in heavy rotation as Parliament Funkadelic toured the nation. Plus James Brown, the godfather of soul, that's right, man. With the JBs, you should have seen him at his height, man. Bass guitar, keys, a drummer on his left and right hand. 4 horns, 3 singers, 3 dancers, and a hype man. One part made the party go wild and the ground shake when they all stopped but the drummer. This was called the break. Grandmaster Flash developed new techniques to make sure they gave the people their beats. He would get 2 copies of the same record on 2 record players, a turntable double-decker. He put a mixer between each record player, which includes many buttons, including a crossfader. He would line up the records to the same place where the break beat started and put on his game face. The record's going at the same rate. He let the first rotate, switch at the right time, release the record with style and grace. He did this for as long as he wanted the break to last. The dancers went crazy, they really had a blast. They break into James Brown inspired moves. Groups of kids would get together and be dance crews. Created B-boy and B-girl stances, the freezing footwork with acrobatic moves. If you fail, it could hurt. But this was all history in the making. The style they created is now called breaking.
H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. I said H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party.
Yeah, friends, that was the hip hop party breaking by yours truly, sponsored by Words, Beats, and Life and young audiences in New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Friends, that is the end of this episode. Thank y'all very much. There's only one thing that I want to do to end with, and that is play Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. That concludes today's program. Thank y'all very much. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. At the count of 3, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all soon.
Hold it now, melody is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.
Thank y'all very much for joining me for this first episode. I appreciate that. For those who are just tuning in, I'm recording all of my episodes for the morning announcements this morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I just got finished doing Monday's episode. I'm going to go into Tuesday's episode shortly. Let me return some phone calls, check on the food that I got cooking, because I got dinner happening this evening, so I already got started on it, and I'm going to come back and do the next episode. Thank y'all very much. All right. Let me make sure I got this next episode up and ready to go. Oh man, there's still some slides that I didn't show that I meant to show, but that's always going to be the case. That episode went pretty well, if I must say so myself. Let me make sure I've got this. I've got the next episode with Benjamin Mays coming up. I actually got an interview with Benjamin Mays, him talking about experiencing a screening of Birth of a Nation. That's just wild to think that, he was in an audience that saw this when it was relevant. That's bananas. So I'm excited to share that information. Let me get Mr. Benjamin Mays loaded up here correctly. And then what country are we recognizing for this week? We are recognizing today the Republic of Benin and their independence from France. 44 years ago, France was having a really bad week. Everybody was like, I'm out. I love it. This is definitely what's up. So I'm going to load Benin's national anthem. I also meant to load their video. Let me copy this. I don't know if the last video came out correctly, because I didn't post it the way I intended to. But we'll see if we can make it work. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in. Once again, I am recording my show, The Morning Announcements. It happens every Monday. It's about 25 minutes, Monday through Thursday. It's about 25 minutes, but I tape them all in advance. And today I'm taping them in advance while broadcasting that taping live. Feel free to leave something in the chat. This gets broadcast over a whole bunch of different stations. Right now, I'm just playing on my main Facebook page and my main YouTube page. I just got finished doing tomorrow's episode, Monday the 31st. I'm about to do the next episode, which is August Tuesday the 2nd. All right. Let's see. Let me make sure I have my national anthem of Benin ready to go. That's not where I meant to paste it. I meant to paste it in here. Oh, it already was in there. Okay. You're just more prepared than you thought you were, Bomani. All right. So I'm about to get started with this next episode. Thank y'all very much. I'm going to go out and I'll be back in a moment. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Good morning. This is the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on August 1st, 2023. We are pouring libation for Benjamin Elijah Mays. We are celebrating the Independence Day for the Republic of Benin from France, and we're talking about the ZYX of hip hop. I broke down a little bit about hip hop yesterday. I'm going to get more into it today. Please make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's get started.
1 2 1 2 3 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcement. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers. I see who you are. My morning ritual. Thanks for having me over. Start with audio visual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1 2 3. Peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Tuesday, August 1st, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 4 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Let's get started with today's libation. Today's libation is for Benjamin Elijah Mays. Benjamin Mays, August 1st, 1894 to March 28th, 1984. An American Baptist minister, an American civil rights leader who is credited with laying the intellectual foundations of the American civil rights movement. Mays taught and mentored many influential activists, including Martin Luther King Jr., Julian Bond, Maynard Jackson, and Don Clendenden, among others. His rhetoric and intellectual pursuits focused on Black self-determination. Mays' commitment to social justice through nonviolence and civil resistance were cultivated from his youth through the lessons and bibs from his parents and eldest sister. The peak of his public influence coincided with his nearly 3-decade tenure as the 6th president of Morehouse College. Let's read this quote from Benjamin Mays. We, today, stand on the shoulders of our predecessors who have gone before us. We, as their successors, must catch the torch of freedom and liberty passed on to us by our ancestors. We cannot lose in this battle. Benjamin Mays. Let me read that again. We today stand on the shoulders of our predecessors who have gone before us. We, as their successors, must catch the torch of freedom and liberty passed on to us by our ancestors. We cannot lose in this battle. Benjamin E. Mays. Baba Benjamin is right on point with this, and it plays well with what Mama Robinson said yesterday. Mays spent his career preparing a generation of legendary leaders. We have felt his effect on our lives, even if we have not met him personally. He understood the cycle that he was a part of and his role in keeping the ball rolling. This is why he taught and organized with such urgency. It's why Dr. King was not a lone wolf, but from a cadre of well-trained community organizers and activists. We are still in a battle we cannot afford to lose. I have taken on the torch of freedom. I'm hoping my audience has as well. We, the teachers, provide the training ground. Thank you for these words of wisdom, Benjamin Mays. Let's pour a libation for Benjamin Mays. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Mr. Benjamin Mays. Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate that. I hope to see y'all this weekend. Like I said, we are 4 days away from Watermelon Day, Saturday, August 5th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. I want to see you there for our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green. There will be free family-friendly performances. There will be free watermelon, all happening at 2714 Georgia Avenue. That's Sankofa Video and Books, what we lovingly call the Pan-African Union. So definitely come through. Make sure you also check out the website and check out the artwork by James and Zudeka Terrell. Excuse me. They've done a wonderful job doing this year's Watermelon Day t-shirt. You can purchase that by going to the links in the description or going to notarapper.com. Everybody who comes to Watermelon Day to perform are compensated, and by you buying one of these t-shirts, you can help me make sure those artists get paid. Also, make sure we're giving out free watermelon all day. I really appreciate that. Now, friends, I'm about to play an interview from Mr. Benjamin Elijah Mays. In this, he talks about seeing a screening of The Birth of a Nation. That is a century ago. And to think that he was a young man and saw this when it actually happened is amazing. Friends, here comes Mr. Benjamin Mays.
Your books, you wrote about your experience while a college student in Maine of going to see Birth of a Nation. I wonder if you'd just very quickly tell us what that was like. I was going to tell you why. We're going to have a little bit of an excerpt of Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
And what year was that also?
Well, that had to be, I went to Bates College in 19...
Okay, I'm sorry, Dr. Mays, he wasn't quite ready.
We had a fluorescent. Okay. If you'll answer the question, Dr. Mays. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, go ahead. If you were in Bates College and when?
I was at Bates College at the time the birth of a Nation was circulating. And I went to see it. And even in Maine, the 2 or 3 Negro students with me, the reaction it had upon these Maine boys was so violent that when the white woman, I think, got in the water and drowned, instead of having a black man pursuing her, or touching her, and that is the time when the students in Maine, the few black students, that's the only time I saw these Maine students act violently towards that picture. And we got out of there and we ran to the campus. We didn't know whether they were going to get on us and mobbed or not, and be mobbed or not. So that is the first real experience that I had on how powerful the Birth of a Nation was. I think it was a minister who wrote it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Were they actually chasing you back to campus?
No. We were afraid they were. they reacted so violently inside. So we ran back to the campus. We didn't know whether they were chasing us or not.
Who are oppressors organizing the media to portray negative images of us and get their population to come after us is not a new story. And this man actually lived through them doing the birth of a nation. So I'm glad I was able to hear his voice. I'm glad he was able to make it through that situation. Friends, that was Benjamin Mays, former dean of Morehouse College, one of the main teachers of Dr. Martin Luther King. I am really grateful that we were able to have that. So thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin Mays. Appreciate it. All right, friends, let's keep this moving. Let's go ahead and talk about the Independence Day that we want to cover today. Today, we are going to recognize the Republic of Benin's independence from France. Let me bring up their flag. This is the flag for the Republic of Benin. And as you know, when we recognize Independence Days, I like going to LC Honey to play their national anthem. Let's see if I have their national anthem here ready to go. I do. Here we go, friends. Here is Elsie Honey with the national anthem of Benin. Friends, that was Elsie Honey playing the national anthem of Benin. That song is called La Aube Nouvelle, The Dawn of a New Day. As you know, I love reading the lyrics for national anthems. This one was written by Father Gilbert Jean Dagnon. I'm going to read for you now the lyrics for their national anthem. Children of Benin, arise. The resounding cry of freedom is heard at the first light of dawn. Children of Benin, arise. Formerly, at her call, our ancestors, with strength, courage, ardor, and full of joy, knew how to engage in mighty battles, but at the price of blood. Builders of present, you too, join forces, each day for the task stronger in unity. Build without ceasing for posterity. When all around there blows a wind of anger and hate, citizens of Benin, be proud and in calm spirit, trusting in the future. Behold your flag. In the green, you read hope of spring. The red signifies the courage of your ancestor. The yellow foretells the greatest treasures. Beloved Benin, your sunny mountains, palm trees, and green pastures show everywhere your brightness. Your soil offers everyone the richest fruits. Benin, from henceforth, your sons are united with one brotherly spirit, sharing the hope of seeing you enjoy abundance and happiness forever. Friends, that is the national anthem for Benin. Thank you very much. We're going to celebrate their Independence Day. France was having a rough week 45 years ago. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's keep this moving. All right. Now, friends, as I was explained to you earlier, I am a teaching artist, a teaching hip hop artist, and I do something called the ABCs of hip hop. Now, I want to keep breaking down for you my ABCs of hip hop program. And so I'm going to share with you a few things that I do with the young people when I get a chance to see them. One thing that I do is we rap the ABCs. Everyone knows about the ABCs. You know the ABCs because rhythm, rhyme, and repetition. Everybody, if you haven't noticed, the alphabet It has ending letters at the end of each bar. They all rhyme. G rhymes with P, V rhymes with Z. They could have organized the alphabet any way they wanted to, but the alphabet is organized this way, so we have a consistent rhythm and rhyme. All right, now when I'm working with my young people, I need to make sure that they understand what vowels are: A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. And so I make sure they know this song called the What Are the Vowels. I usually break this song up into pieces because they're pretty long verses, but I get really good responses from this. Friends, here's one verse from What Are the Vowels. What are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. What sounds do they make? Each has at least two. Short sound or long sound. Some rules will apply. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Short sound or long sound. Some rules will apply. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. I has a short sound. She showed grit, didn't quit, and caught the ball in her mid. A long sound when alone. Idea. An iron is an item that I bought from IKEA. The long sound with the silent E. Ice. We went on a hike and flew a kite, so the day was nice. The long sound with the IGH. Right, there is lightning high in the sky tonight. The long sound with an IE. Don't lie, you tried to eat my sweet potato pie. The long sound has a Y. I tried to yell and reply, but my mouth was too dry. What are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. What sounds do they make? Each has at least two. Short sound or long sound. Some rules will apply. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Short sound or long sound. Some rules will apply. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. All right, those are the vowels: A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. I also make sure my students understand syllables, so we do something called the syllable game. Let's, excuse me, let's play a game counting syllables in your name. Syllables break words down to the parts with a vowel sound. Now, to make sure my students know this, I'm going to play you the first verse of the syllable game. Let's play a game counting syllables in your name. Syllables break words down to the parts with the vowel sound. 3 syllables in Lil Mama, 4 syllables in Dalai Lama. Syllables break words down to the parts with the vowel sound. 5 syllables in Barack Obama, 6 syllables in Wilmer Valderrama. Syllables break words down to the parts with the vowel sound. Let's play a game counting syllables in your name. Mike, 1 syllable. Michael, 2 syllables. Michelangelo, 5 syllables. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 8 syllables. It goes. Let's play a game counting syllables in your name. Syllables break words down to the parts with the vowel sound. That was a little snippet of the syllable game to make sure you understood that. Now, I just showed you the syllables. I just showed you the vowels. All this is a part of my definition of rapping. Rapping is the art and engineering of language divided by math. All right. Now that my students understand how, what all the vowels are, now that my students understand how to count syllables, now they're ready for the next challenge, and that is being able to say the alphabet backwards. Now, I'm not going to play this entire song, but I am going to give you a little bit of taste of what my students do and how much fun we have learning how to say the ZYX. I'm going to say it for you real quickly, all right? ZYX, WV, UTSRQ, PONMLK, JIHGFEDCBA. This chart not only shows you the alphabet backwards, but shows you where all the syllables land. There are 3 syllables in W. All the other letters are 1 syllable. My students have so much fun learning the alphabet backwards. I'm actually going to share that with you now so you get a taste of it as well. Here is the ZYX.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Baba Bomani. BabaGotBars.com. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z.
Yeah, you know your ABCs, but that's just too easy. It's time for your mind to flex. Can you do your ZYX?
Now you know your ABCs. That part's too easy. Now your brain needs to flex. You know your ZYX.
ZYX WV UTSRQ PONMLK JIHGFEDCBA ZYX WV UTSRQ PONMLK JIHGFEDCBA ZYX WV UTSRQ PONMLK JIHGFEDCBA.
Yeah, okay. I think y'all have enough of that. I gotta tease you with that some because I want y'all to go to the website and check out the whole thing. Also, you'll see in the video, and my students have these. You'll find some kids in Silver Spring who have some. You'll find some nieces and nephews who have the ZYX mirror t-shirt. This is the ZYX put in mirror letters on a t-shirt. So when your student looks into the mirror, they look back at them correctly with the alphabet backwards, and they're able to practice rapping the alphabet backwards and work on practicing their own stage presence, being able to use their hands and gesticulate. Also, they practice the rhythm, the rhyme, the repetition. This is all part of my program. So I appreciate your patience and listening, and definitely spread the word. Find more information about all the work that I got going on at BabaGotBars.com, or go click on the links in the description. Friends, that's this episode. I've got one more thing to do. I want to play Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson, also known as the Black National Anthem. Here we go. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. That is my program for today. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Friends, at the count of 3, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces, and I'll see you tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all soon.
Hold it now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.
All right. thank y'all to everyone who's watching. People have been coming in and out. You're watching The Sausage Gets Made. This is me pre-recording my morning announcements for the week. Thank you to everybody who's dropped in. Thank you, Kevo. I saw the shout out. I'm about to do episode 3 for the week, Wednesday, August the 2nd. Let me make sure I get everything set up, and then I'm going to come back and knock this out. Here we go. Realizing I probably had the wrong day. I had the wrong day on the last couple of episodes. It's quite all right. This is how the sausage is made. After I make these 4 episodes today, I'm taking a 2-week break, coming back on August 21st. You'll be able to watch the recordings of the show as well as my other show that I do called Educators and Artists Talk, or EAT. You'll be able to see both of those shows on my Patreon page. I record those lives on Sunday on my Patreon page, and then I chop them up and I use them throughout the week in the morning as your carefully curated beauty of blackness every morning when we do the morning announcement. So thank you to everybody who's watching. I'm about to get into this next episode. Let me load up all the graphics I need for that. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, let me make sure I know who I'm honoring in this episode. In this episode, we are honoring James Baldwin with our libation. Let me find my James Baldwin libation information. Boom. That's still Mr. Mays. Here is Mr. Baldwin. The one for Mr. Baldwin. So thank you very much. I appreciate your patience. Feel free to leave a message in the chat. I am reading the chats in between me prepping and making sure I got everything ready for this next episode. So I've got that. Oh, and so what country are we recognizing? We are recognizing the Independence Day of Jamaica. This is not actually going to be airing on the day of Jamaica's independence, but I wanted to make sure we recognized it anyway. So I'm going to play Jamaica's national anthem via Elsie Honey, and then we are going to read the lyrics to the national anthem like I always do. All right. Let me load. Also, I found a really good video of James Baldwin. Usually I see videos of him talking really concisely about some very specific issues. I feel like he was rambling a bit in this video, which actually I found incredibly interesting, because he had all these thoughts about the world and the state of the world. And it's interesting to watch this as he's kind of freestyling his thoughts. And so that's going to be the piece that I share about James Baldwin specifically. I think I got everything lined up. Boom. Let me see, make sure we know what part of the music business I'm talking about today. I'm talking about my Frederick Douglass Writing Club. All right, cool. Here we go. So I'm about to get started with the next episode. The next episode you're going to watch is the Wednesday episode featuring James Baldwin. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. This is the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on August 2nd, 2023. We are pouring libation for James Baldwin. We are recognizing the Independence Day for Jamaica, and we are giving you more info on my Frederick Douglass Writers Club. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's get started.
1 2 1 2 3 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audio visual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasion's a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to Watermelon Day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
All right, let's do the mic.
1 2 1 2 mic check. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 3 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Let's get started with today's libation. Today's libation is for James Arthur Baldwin. James Baldwin, August 2nd, 1924 to December 1st, 1987. An American writer, he garnered acclaim for his work across several forms, including essays, novels, plays, and poems. His first novel, Go Tell It on the Mountain, was published in 1953. Decades later, Time magazine included the novel on its list of the 100 best English language novels released from 1923 to 2005. His first essay collection, Notes of a Native Son, was published in 1955. Let's read this quote from James Baldwin. You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read. Heavy quote right there. Let me read that again. You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read. James Baldwin. James Baldwin is such a treasure trove of notable quotes that I was having problems narrowing it down. One of my and everyone's favorite lines is, to be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a state of rage almost all the time. I was this close to using that one, but then came across this quote in Time magazine from 1963. A moment where Baldwin, a world traveler and reader, gets a chance to put his own pain and heartbreak into perspective. He never relented on holding the United States accountable, but he was never under the impression that he had the worst situation in the world. The things he read and saw would not allow him to. It emboldened him to fight more. James Baldwin fought for the rights of so many different marginalized groups. I'm glad that he was able to see that by him reading and understanding the world, he understands the pain of a lot more people other than himself. Thank you for that words of wisdom, James Baldwin. Let's pour libation for James Baldwin. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames to flickers, we pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Mr. James Baldwin. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. I hope to see y'all in 3 days. We will have our annual Watermelon Day, our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green. That is happening this Saturday, August 5th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is going to feature family-friendly performances and all the free watermelon you can eat, all at Sankofa Video and Books at 2714 Georgia Avenue. We are also selling our Watermelon Day t-shirts featuring this artwork by James and Zudaika Terrell. They are some hot artists in the art scene, and they made this amazing t-shirt to support Watermelon Day. Go plant a seed in this wonderful community event by going to notarapper.com or finding the links in the description. This is a great painting. It's not even just a painting, it's multiple mediums that they use to show these little girls eating watermelon in the back of the granddad's truck. I'm excited to have that as part of what we do on Watermelon Day. So once again, thank y'all very much. All right, friends, let's keep this moving. You know, I like to celebrate Independence Days. So right now, I want to celebrate the Independence Day of Jamaica from Great Britain. All right. Now, you know how we do when we celebrate our Independence Day. I bring in my homegirl, Elsie Honey, to play the national anthem of this nation. And so Elsie Honey is about to come on now and play for you the national anthem of Jamaica. Here we go. friends, that was MC Honey playing the national anthem of Jamaica. We are celebrating, we are recognizing their Independence Day. I am now going to read the lyrics to the national anthem of Jamaica. Let me see if I can find the name of the author. I had it here in my notes. Boom, boom, boom. I think I also have it here on the panel that I created. I don't. Okay, well, let me go find that. I apologize. That's one of the things that I wanted to make sure I do is recognize the people who were responsible for this. So I'll come back and make sure I give you that information. It'll be in the link in the description. Here are the lyrics to Jamaica, Land We Love. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with the mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak, to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, Jamaica, land we love. Friends, this is the national anthem of Jamaica. Today we are recognizing their independence from Britain. Congratulations to the good people of Jamaica. I appreciate y'all supporting this program. We're going to keep this moving. All right, friends. So as you know, I do this program from Monday through Thursday every morning. I try to give you 20 to 25 minutes of carefully curated beauty of Blackness. And I would love your support in making this happen. One way you can support is by getting your Honor the Ancestors merch. We've got our Honor the Ancestors t-shirt, which you can get in red, black, and green, or you can get white on black, black on white. We have our Honor the Ancestors mug. I've got my own right here sitting next to me. I don't know if you can see the whole thing because I got the green screen operating. It actually makes it look kind of cool. But I want you to remember this motto: honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Hopefully I'm giving you a good seed to start with every day. If you want to plant a seed in this program, make sure you go check that out. But once again, going to notarapper.com and getting your morning announcements merch. All right. I really appreciate that. That helps fund exactly what I do all day, and that is help young people through art integration. One of the main ways I do this is from a program I have called the Frederick Douglass Writing Club. The Frederick Douglass Writing Club has been writing for freedom since 1838. We say that because that's the year Frederick Douglass wrote his own path to freedom and escaped slavery. I used his story in order to teach a class that I did with a group of 9 to 12-year-old boys almost a decade ago now. That's not that long ago, maybe 6 years ago. This is a picture of the initial Frederick Douglass Writing Club as we walked through Southeast, headed to Frederick Douglass's house, where we learned a lot about him by being led around by one of the docents at this Smithsonian Museum that is his house. This was an amazing experience for everyone involved. I'm trying to duplicate this experience for as many young people as possible. To do that, I have a whole bunch of songs about Frederick Douglass. The first one I wrote is a song called Fit to Be a Slave. Another song that I wrote is called Speak for Myself, which is actually on my latest album, Bomani's Beatbox Basement. On the initial album, I also had another song called Selfie King, about Frederick Douglass being the most photographed American of the 19th century. You see my suit, it cost some dough. Fresh and clean, don't you know? I need a crown for this photo, so let me pick out my fro. Selfie King, pick up my fro. Selfie King, pick up my fro. All right, that was that track. And then I also have probably, the most important song that I've done about Frederick Douglass, this song called Rhetoric, Just Like Frederick. All right, and it's about the 3 ways Frederick Douglass used rhetoric, or it says right here, the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing, especially the use of figures of speech and other compositional techniques. Frederick Douglass used rhetoric in 3 ways. He wrote autobiographies, he wrote journalism and newspapers, and he was public speaking and orating. My sister and I went and made a video for this song several years ago where we went to all the monuments to Frederick Douglass we can get to in an hour and a half. I wish we had extended it to 2 hours because I would have gotten a really cool monument in Talbot County, but I need to do another video for that particular song. Friends, I want to give you another taste of what we do. This is called Rhetoric Just Like Frederick. Baba Bomani, BabaGatBars.com. Rhetoric, the use of persuasive language. Nobody was better at rhetoric than Frederick Douglass. You can have rhetoric just like Frederick. Rhetoric, 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 what you talking about? Just like Frederick, keyboard out your mouth. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, power make them count. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, keyboard out your mouth. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, just like Frederick. He was many things, including a biographer. America was on trial. He's the stenographer, key witness, and prosecuting attorney. He took the whole world on a slavery journey. Became a voice for the voiceless, enslaved Africans faced with hard choices. Back when they thought former slaves couldn't be literate, destroyed the myths that the masses were considerate. Blew you away with vocabulary, above ordinary, distinguished dignitary, emissary, representing for black pain, deep and philosophical or simple and plain. You know you got a story, are you telling it? Don't ever think your story isn't relevant. Like Douglas, tell your own narrative, so you can have rhetoric just like Frederick. Rhetoric, 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 what you talking about? Just like Frederick, keyboard out your mouth. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, power make them count. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, keyboard out your mouth. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, just like Frederick. 1847, he started the North Star. At the time, black newspapers were bizarre. He felt he had to use his freedom of the press. Those who suffer injustice are those who must demand redress. He appreciated white abolitionists, but thought former slaves should tell what the mission is. They pushed forward their efforts, sold copies through networks, turned readers through experts. Then he teamed up with Martin Delaney, who was astute, that's another word for brainy. He thought the publication should be named for its creator, so the name became the Frederick Douglass Papers. What's the story in your world? Are you telling it? Don't ever think your story isn't relevant. Telling your story is imperative, so you can have rhetoric just like Frederick. Rhetoric, 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 what you talking about? Just like Frederick, keyboard out your mouth. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, power make them count. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, keyboard out your mouth. Rhetoric, what you talking about? Just like Frederick, just like Frederick. He used his skills to write and perform speeches. That's readings out loud that inspires and teaches. Before the Civil War, few had seen before a black orator on a nationwide tour. When it comes to speeches, he might be the GOAT. From slave abolition to the women's right to vote. Good speeches are the art of storytelling, presenting arguments in a way that's compelling. Look at the titles, they tell you no lie. Like what to the slave is the 4th of July. The hypocrisy of American slavery. Giving these speeches showed poise and bravery. What's your message to the world? Are you telling it? Don't ever think your message is irrelevant. Write your words down and then start yelling it. You can have rhetoric just like Frederick. Rhetoric. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? Rhetoric. I answer just like a deal that reveals to him more than all other days of the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he's the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a shame. Your boast of liberty, an unholy license. Your national greatness, swelling vanity. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass-fronted impudence. Your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery. Your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings with all your religious parade and solemnity. Mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy. A thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. Friends, that was Rhetoric Just Like Frederick, about Frederick Douglass and the 3 ways he used language in order to change the world. Thank y'all very much for joining me. Now, friends, I'm going to start a special deal starting next week. You can have your young person. I do this for 3rd graders and up. Especially third graders through seventh graders because of the size of the t-shirts that I have right now, but I might have other sizes as well. I'm doing a special deal on my Bandcamp page. You can download both of my albums. Let me pull those up here so you can see them both. You can download Baba Got Bars, and you can download Baba Bomani's Beatbox Basement. You can also get your Frederick Douglass Writing Club t-shirt, and you can also get your writing process journal that you can use to follow along on bandcamp.com. I'm going to be doing the Frederick Douglass Writing Club. That includes reading out loud from Frederick Douglass's autobiography and walking you through the entire writing process. There will be more information about it in the following weeks, but thank you very much for always supporting this. I'm going to make sure you know more information about the Frederick Douglass Writing Club, and we're going to keep this rolling. Let me take that down so y'all can see the logo for the FDWC. Friends, excuse me, friends, that is my episode for today. I appreciate it. Excuse me. There's one more thing I got to do, and that is to play the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. That is my show for today. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe everywhere that you do social media. At the count of 3, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all soon.
Hold it now, melody is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.
Thank y'all very much. Anybody tuning in, I am doing all 4 episodes of the morning announcements. This is the last week of the show before we take a 2-week hiatus and come back on August 21st. But I'm excited to get all these episodes up and out. Friends, I've got one more episode of my show to play, so thank y'all very much. In this episode, I'm going to highlight more of my music that I do as an independent artist. Excuse me. I'm recognizing Anna J. Cooper, who is so old school that I couldn't find any audio or visual of her. And so since my quote from her is her talking about women being in a new age, in a new era where they don't have to do the stagnant things they did in the past, I brought on an MC to represent that whole energy. So I brought Miss Dior, Ashley Brown, Uptown Dab. I think you're going to like this episode. This is a very good episode. Friends, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to go back to my title screen, and then we're going to start the 4th episode that we're recording today. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong title screen. Let me get my new graphics up here for the new libations that I'm pouring and the new country that I'm recognizing. So libation is Anna Julia Cooper. Boom, boom, boom. And the country that we are recognizing is, let me scroll down. I should be able to tell right here. The country is the Republic of Niger. Ah, here we go. The Republic of Niger. Boom, boom. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's do this. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. This is the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on August 3rd, 2023. We are pouring libations for Anna Julia Haywood Cooper, celebrating the Independence Day of the Republic of Niger. And I'm introducing you to more music from my Watermelon Man alter ego. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's get started.
1 2 1 2 3 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers. I see who you are. My morning ritual. Thanks for having me over. Start with audio visual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to Watermelon Day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1 2 3. Peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. Today is Thursday. We have Friday, then we have Saturday, and we are right on Watermelon Day. I hope to see y'all there at Watermelon Day at Sankofa. Friends, we are here today to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Friends, let's get started with our libation. Today's libation is for Anna Julia Haywood Cooper. Anna J. Cooper. August 10th, 1858 to February 27th, 1964, an American author, educator, sociologist, speaker, Black liberation activist, and one of the most prominent African-American scholars in United States history. Born into slavery in 1858, Cooper went on to receive a world-class education and claim power and prestige in academic and social circles. In 1924, she received her PhD from Sorbonne University of Paris. Cooper became the 4th African-American woman to earn a doctoral degree. She was also a prominent member of Washington, D.C.'s African-American community and a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Let's read this quote from Anna Julia Cooper. The old, subjective, stagnant, and indolent and wretched, let me say this again. I want to say this quote right. The old, subjective, stagnant, indolent, and wretched life of women has gone. She has many resources as men, as many activities beckon her on, as large possibilities swell and inspire her art. Anna Julia Cooper. Let me read that quote again. The old, subjective, stagnant, and indolent, and wretched life for women has gone. She has as many resources as men, as many activities beckon her on, as large possibilities swell and inspire her heart. Anna Julia Cooper. We are a good 100 years beyond Anna's time here on this planet, but we are still trying to explain that women are not beholden to the medieval roles that society gave them. Of all the words she used to describe the old life of women, stagnant stands out to me the most. Stagnant, having no current or flow and having an unpleasant smell as a consequence. A life that does not move, does not refresh, that stays in the same place until it stinks from deterioration. That is not the world my daughter will live in. Her brothers and I are working hard to make sure that that happens. I am looking forward to a generation of women with large possibilities. Thank you, Anna J. Cooper, for being one of the women who made that possible. Friends, let's pour libations for Anna J. Cooper. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames to flickers, we pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Miss Anna J. Cooper. All right, friends, I am so excited to learn more about this lady. She has a house in Washington, D.C. that they're trying to preserve as a historical monument. There are no recordings that I could find. Maybe I'll find them by next year of her either audio or visually talking about everything she did. She didn't pass until 1964, so there's probably a recording somewhere. I got to go hit up my friends in the Library of Congress. But since she's talking about women not being stagnant, I'm just going to post a woman who walks in her footprints and her shadow, who is pushing the whole movement forward. This is a friend and colleague of mine, Dior Ashley Brown. She has a band called The Filthy Animals, and this song you're about to hear is called Uptown Dab. This is her hip-hop anthem, just telling everybody how dope she is, how cool she is. That's what hip-hop is all about. She is not standing stagnant. So I'm going to play this song in the memory and in the honor of Anna J. Cooper. Friends, this is Uptown Dab by Dior Ashley Brown.
They see this black queen and they wanna get ignorant. Get down around religion cause they cannot see the vision. Regardless of suspicion, God works with precision. Her presence commands you, say it with your chest. Get so bad, you gotta say it with a vest. No matter the goofy guy, you think it's a threat. I give them the Una-9, they ain't ready yet. They see me on 25s and curls at the jet. You better not touch your ride and chop you in the neck. Divine is in order, you better show respect. I'm Mr. Brown's Baldwin, don't you forget. Come on. sure you push back, but know your relevance. Say, get mad when you know your presidents and be integrity. Add it to your capital. Tell them me gusta under the respiro. See how late Espino, especially with that S-Pro with it and fuego. Let me see that face. So it's a brand new day on. It's a brand new way. Oh, let go of my ego. Trying to give me prego, but you ain't got no say so. And all up in my facial. The problem here is spatial. Hasta luego. No time mañana. I need a lot of oil. Chalada. Because I'm not the right of my father. My people go further. We need the whole proper. We want to give it how damn you tired out it. Hating on my team, sure they mean. Now your mind's about it. Go ahead, paper about it, come to TNN. Waiting for the moment that I reach the experience. Why you looking dead? You can just let it go. I ain't out to bust it out like Esther. I ain't dropping low. I ain't in this game, not even for pretend. As comedians possessed about the end, so they out here murdering. Bodies selling dope. I don't give a hell when you say this all is dope. And I'll be on my coast, but we be west and east. And I'll be crib walking while they got me in my feet.
All right, so we're part of a movement. You saw that. That was Dior Ashley Brown. You're not going to forget her name after hearing that song. I really appreciate that sister and the artwork that she brings. So thank you very much. In the spirit of Anna J. Cooper, this is a woman who is not stagnant, who is constantly moving. You heard her flow right there. All right, friends, I hope to see y'all on Saturday, Watermelon Day. It's our annual celebration of everything red, black, and green and watermelon. You know how we do Sankofa Video and Books every first Saturday of every year. We are 2 days away. I'm going to see y'all there. I am extremely excited about this. Free watermelon, free family-friendly performances. Make sure you also support by getting your Watermelon Day t-shirt designed by James and Zudeka Terrell. You can find more information at notarapper.com. This is a collector's item. You're going to want people to know that you got some of their artwork way before they completely blew up. They're traveling the country and the world displaying their artwork these days. So I'm excited that they're a part of our project. All right, friends, as this has been a very busy week for recognizing Independence Days, evidently this was a very bad week for the French, like 43 years ago. Today in 1960, Niger declared its independence from France. I want to make sure you know the Niger national anthem. And so I'm going to go to my homegirl, Elsie Honey, the way we always do. And so we are going to play the Niger national anthem. Let me see if I got this here. Oh, do I have it lined up correctly? All right, it's going to require me to do a little bit of finagling here, but I got it. Friends, coming up next, this is the national anthem of the country of Niger. There we go. Played by Elsie Honey. Boom. Let's see if I can make this happen. I apologize. I've been going really smoothly through this entire process. And on this last one, I haven't been able to get it right. Here we go. Thursday, we're going to make it happen right. The national anthem of Niger. Friends, here we go. Friends, that was LC Honey giving the national anthem of Niger. The national anthem of Niger was written by Robert Jacquet, Nicholas Abel Francois Frionet, and they also wrote the music for it as well. I'm going to read the lyrics for you now. Here is the national anthem of Niger, La Nigerine. Throughout great powerful Niger, which makes nature more beautiful, let us be proud and grateful for our newfound freedom. Let us avoid vain quarrels in order to spare ourselves bloodshed, and may the glorious voices of our race be free of domination. Let us rise in a single leap, as high as the dazzling sky, where stands guard its eternal soul, which will make the country greater. Arise, Niger, arise. May our fruitful labors rejuvenate the hearts of this old continent, and may the song be heard in the four corners of the earth as the cry of a fair and valiant people. Arise, Niger, arise, on the ground and on the wave, to the sound of the drums and their growing rhythms. Let us always remain united, and may each one respond to this noble future which tells us, go forward. Friends, that was the national anthem of Niger. I love reading these national anthems. I stay inspired. I'm trying to figure out what is inspiring people all over the continent. So this is very helpful and informative. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for supporting this show. Just so you know, this show, I've been starting and stopping social media stuff for the last couple of years. This show brings me back to the 4th grade, closed circuit TV at my elementary school during the sports reports, Kettering Elementary, if you don't know. I think Mr. Esposito was one of the vice principals, and he had me reading the sports every morning. Well, my community right now is my school. Sometimes I'm the student, sometimes I'm the teacher, often I'm the administrator, even more often I'm the building manager. My goal in this space is to highlight positivity in my community. What did I say? Carefully curating the beauty of Blackness. Organizations and people who facilitate education and art. I try to give people a sense of history and context with libations and the Independence Day throughout the African diaspora. In the future, I hope to dive deeper into these topics you see me address. A great way to help me do this is by joining me on Patreon. After this week, we are taking a 2-week break, and then we're coming back August 21st. Come be a part of me taking on Sunday mornings from 9:30 to 12 p.m. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back on August 21st. So thank y'all very much. This is the last episode, I guess, of this season. I'm taking a 2-week break. I'm really excited by how far we've advanced. If you want to go back and see some of the earlier episodes, you can see how far we have come. But now I want to make sure that you check out my websites. Go to notarapper.com, go to babagatbars.com. You can get your Honor the Ancestor merch. You can get your Baba Got Bars merch. You can get your RBG flags by going to notarapper.com. All right. Now, I make a lot of my moves in the classroom, but I am also a hip hop artist who works with all age groups. I go to the bars, I go to the clubs, and I'm promoting the latest album that I released, which is called The Watermelon Man, and my latest EP, which is called The Big Slice, which are tracks that should have made The Watermelon Man, but are probably going to make my next album. Friends, I'm really excited about the opportunity to share my art whenever I can. The next song I want to play for you is called Loving Life. It is on my Big Slice album, and it's the kind of vibe that we have at Watermelon Day coming up in a couple of days. A lot of the clips from this video are from Watermelon Day. It gives you some good insight. Friends, here is Loving Life.
What's up, y'all? This is Bomani Armah, the Watermelon Man, here to give you a big slice. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. Making reality of my fantasy before it ends in its inevitable tragedy. No matter when I go, it's not the right time, or find myself in the wrong place without my right mind, or lose the person I swore I couldn't live without. My little light shining creates a shadow of doubt, but I'ma bask in the glow while the light shining. I'm living in the now, no fast forward or rewinding. So much beauty in a world that's so ugly. I got teenage sons who hug me while saying they love me. Got a daughter who's a toddler, who's the apple of my eye. An intelligent wife with a big heart and some thick thighs. She got knowledge herself, she is my true wealth. Through sickness and health, with books on the shelf as thick as herself. I said that before, I had to say it again. When I fail, she holds me, so when I lose, I win. Yeah, I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. I'm not saying this to gloat. I know the storms of life will once again rock my boat. It could all change tomorrow, could be crumbled and be ruined. My good fortune is little to do with my own doing. I just wanna mark this moment in time when the world is getting sick, but I'm feeling just fine. I'ma say this part a cappella so you feel it. Not a self-made man, I'm a product of my village. I'ma take this next moment to thank my ancestors, my family and my friends who are my biggest investors. My mother and my father, my sister and my brother, and my community who has always got me covered. They love me no matter what, and yeah, that's deep. I get with this instead of that because I'm the black sheep. My past is prepping me for what's coming next. Hey y'all, I'm even cool with my ex. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream. I breathe easy, but sometimes I'm stressed. Atheists say I'm lucky, church folks say I'm blessed. You wanna know why? Let me tell you my philosophy. I live with no animosity, in the spirit of reciprocity. It's not giving back, cause we're one, not two. Looking out for me means looking out for you. We're all from the same stardust. I've been given so much love and so much trust. I give the children all the wisdom that I borrow. I take from yesterday and I give it to tomorrow. I'm in the middle just like in my dreams. Reaping what I sow is my daily routine. Eating up life like a meal at Thanksgiving. Enjoying every moment cause I live for a living. There are people who laugh at my plans. They're not haters, they just don't know that they're fans. And I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream and I'm living in the middle of it. I'm loving life, the mystery and the riddle of it. I had a dream.
Friends, that was Loving Life, the new track from The Big Slice. I've been making music for a minute. I am glad to be in this phase of my development as an artist. So thank y'all very much for being a great audience. Friends, there's only one more thing left for me to do, and that is to play the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson. That is my program. That is the end of season 1. Thank you very much. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Friends, at the count of 3, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces, and I will see you August 21st. I'll see y'all soon. Oh, but I'm going to see y'all Saturday at Watermelon Day, right? All right, cool. I'm going to see y'all. Here we go. Count of 3. Everybody say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all soon.
Hold it now. The melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.
Mic check 1, 2. That is the end of season 1 of the morning announcements. I like this format. I hope there's some people who enjoyed watching this. Someone was asking me questions in the chat about read a book. I am Mr. Read a book, read a book, read a motherfucking book. I really appreciated that opportunity. I'll probably get more into that at a later date, but this, what you see me doing now, is the character that I always wanted to be. That read a book is meant to satirize the state of hip hop and popular culture at the time. And I don't want to just satirize what's going on with my culture. I want to make positive additions to it. And that's what the Watermelon Man does. I'm going to come back and have a further conversation about that. But responding directly to Truth It Incorporated, Truth It Inc., that's definitely why that came about. So I appreciate that. Friends, this was me recording 4 episodes of the morning announcements, me also making sure I was promoting Watermelon Day at Sankofa Video and Books. What you saw today will be chopped up into 4 different episodes and used throughout the week. I'm going to be back on Sunday. You won't be able to see this free on YouTube and Facebook anymore. This is going to be just for my Patreon friends. We'll see how this goes. Thank y'all very much. I hope y'all have a good one. Peace.